Hey guys, welcome to another video. There's like a car. Since I've changed my curtains, I got rid of my curtains a while ago and got some blinds, right? And ever since then, I can see out because I use my standing desk and because it's basically next to the window. I can look out the window whenever the hell I like now. And I've noticed how frequently people just park cars out in front of my house and just like sit there. And I know they can see in. I know they can see a silhouette right now. There's just some dim lights, two dim headlights like staring out at me. It happens all the time. It's really weird. Anyway, hello everyone. Today's been a fun day. I did some streaming with Matt. We were playing some more Don't Starve. That was pretty cool. But now, we're going to be doing some cool stuff in Grimrock. First, we're going to feed some people who are very hungry. Wow, really? He ate that shank and he's still hungry. Well, there you go. We're going to be, today, completing the rest of the stuff in the Hamlet of Stormbreach. Now, I know, we've got the Essence of Air. We can do some cool things. There's two cool places, basically, I can end the episode. We could either end it at the castle or somewhere else, and I'm not quite sure what I'm going to be doing with that regard right now, but yes, we could enter the castle as it stands. However, there's still stuff to do, so let's have a little bit of a look around. Let's not go running off willy-nilly. Mostly, we've explored pretty much all of the upstairs of the Hamlet of Stormbreach. There's just a couple of secrets to collect, and as you saw at the end of the last episode, a power gem. Now, one thing you will notice straight away is we have this fountain here, which of course isn't in use anymore, but there is a great oak at its side, and who remembers that note? Yes, from back in the cemetery, we found this in a grave before we went underground. It's this note here, and it read, "There is a fountain with an ancient oak by its side. From the oak," which is where we're currently stood, "take 4 steps to the east." So east is this way, so we're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, and then 2 steps to the south shall you stride. So 1, 2, the treasure now lies beneath your feet. Now, something I thought would be pretty cool is if we actually had to step back now to dig, because it's under our feet, and that would be like the thing that catches you out. However, you notice we're actually on a stone slab here, but there is a square there in the sand that seems to be marked out. Well, if we try and dig, what do you know? There you go. We find a treasure. So this is one of those cool little secrets. You just got to remember that you got a note somewhere. Oh my god, it was a mimic. Brilliant. Maybe that's the mimic I was expecting from a previous episode. Devastated it though. And here we find the jeweled scepter of ruling, which Shannon will have a look at in a second, and another crystal shard of protection. So that brings us up to 3 of those. What? I thought that should have brought us up to 4 of those. Didn't we just get one of those in the sewers? Did I put that on the wrong character? Is it like on someone else's inventory? No? Okay, fine. That's kind of weird. What did we get? Here we go. We got the Jeweled Scepter of Ruling. This gives you willpower +4, requires concentration +1. This is far superior to what Shannon currently has, which is the Orb, energy +15, willpower +4 is worth a lot more. The dex doesn't really matter at all to him. We barely used the lightning bolt on it anyway. We've cast it once the entire series, and I think that was only to demonstrate that it existed. So this is a powerful scepter, once held by the sorcerer princes of Hardabda, which is a place you may recognize from the map. It also has, as the special ability here, force fields. So if we hold it down, we can cast quick force fields without having to worry too much. We will obviously go on cooldown. But yeah, I think this is what Sannon's going to be using from now. That does bump his energy up, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, by another 5 points because the willpower is worth so much more, and that should also increase his magic damage, I think, and his willpower is purely just energy. But yeah, so that's pretty cool, and that's a nice little secret we've had available to us. I'm just going to walk down here to map out these tiny little slivers here. I think that was something very small we didn't do in the sewers that largely is inconsequential and we don't have to care about. You know, there's that little shortcut area I ultimately never did anything with. But yeah, here we've got the entrance to the crystal mines again, which locked up as we were trying to enter, which we do actually have a hint about already. And that was the face that said to take the way of the snail. Well, you may already think you know what that means. We'll look at that probably towards the end of the video. That's one of the places that we could be ending it here. In addition, we've got basically 2 large rooms, and this is what we're going to be spending most of our time with. Now, I warn you, I've done these, but I can't totally remember the directions I went in, so there's going to be a bit of trial and error here. Here we go. This is going to be the House of Braids. This is how we originally fell in the sewers, which we don't want to do anymore. If you stand on this pressure pad, it resets everything in the room. So now the way this works is every time you stand on a square, the adjacent squares will flip from their current position. Our ultimate goal is we've got a key on a pedestal over there. Maybe that's for the sewers? What do I use that key for? I guess maybe that's for the sewer shortcut. Interesting. And then we've also got a gate over there. Now, our ultimate goal is to pull all 4 of these levers on the walls in this room I think I may rest until day. How long have we got? Oh god, it's not even, it's coming up to midnight. Hate this whole food mechanic. It's starting to really get to me. The sun will come up while we're doing this now. So we want to pull 4 of these levers to open that gate on the far side of the room, and then in there we will get a secret. Everything I'm doing here is totally optional. The trick is, though, finding the right way to move. Now, we obviously can't walk just into where one of these holes is open. You fall. That's failure. So you have to move onto a pressure pad that is already closed, but you have to make sure that when you do it, there's always somewhere else that you can move to. So here, for example, this is safe because when we stand on here, we know that the ones around it are going to open up. Now, if I was to walk here onto this one in front of us, when we walk here, the one 2 squares away in front of us will flip to be closed, and the one on the left will flip to be closed. The one we're stood on will be flip to be closed. Always the one you're currently stood on will flip, where you won't be able to return to. So we could get stuck. Luckily, however, that one on the right is already shut, which means that if we were to move here, we would have holes all around us except in that one spot there, which we don't want. If we move here, however, that's going to close, but now this one will open. Now, if we move here, we know that we're okay. So basically, the main thing you want to do while participating in this puzzle is you want to look and make sure there is an open trapdoor adjacent to the square you're about to move to. Again, you need to make sure there is an open trapdoor adjacent to the square you're going to move to. And this, for example, is our first failure. If we were to move onto this square in front of us, that's closed, and this one we're currently still on will be closed. So this would cause us to fail. We can't go straight to the lever here. Here, we'll do it for demonstration's sake. We try and pull this lever. Now look, all of them are open, and we're screwed. We have to go down, and it's a bit of an annoying long walk to get back, to be perfectly honest. So that's basically the way the puzzle works, and as I say, I have done it. I think I vaguely remember the way that we're meant to do it, but we shall see. So I'll see you guys in a second. Oh, there we go. Lotopatho feels weak. The day is coming. I swear, I feel like the day-night cycle moves quicker. Oh god, we're going the wrong way here. Moves quicker while you're underground or something. I used to have this Oblivion mod that would dynamically change how fast time moved, depending on whether you were in a dungeon or in a shop or outside exploring the world and stuff. It was so good. Alright, so here we go. So we're just going to try and follow our rule here. We're going to move this way, then we're going to keep coming, then we're going to come into this middle one here. We're going to press this lever. Now, we know that's failure, so instead we're going to come this way, and we're alright. We know that we're safe. We've got choices here. We're okay. We're going to come along here again. We're going to come along here again, and right up to the wall here. Now, by stepping on this, we can hit this switch. So that's 2 of the switches done. Now, we really only have one choice here. We're going to move over here. And this is where it gets tricky. Now, if we move here, then this should be okay. Because we... no. See, now that's closed. So now we can just grab this key if we like, which I kind of want to. I mean, we'd have to make multiple trips anyway. Grabbing the key could be failure, maybe. So, what do? If we go there, we fail because both of these are going to close. So we have to come over here. I don't actually know if you can do it all in one trip. We can't move there because then they're all going to close. So we have to move here. Now that's closed that one there. We can't... Well, we can go there, which would close that again, which is something we sort of need to do, right? So then we can move back over here, back over here. Am I just going in circles, or am I actually making a difference here? I think I should be. Now, we've got 2 levers to pull. There's one over on that side. So I think if we do this, we get a choice. Ah, okay. So if we go over here, and then here once again, we can pull this lever. And then, in theory, if we step here, then both of those flip. And then we're stuck, aren't we? No, we're not. We're not stuck, because then I can come over here and over there. Is that really what I want to do? Or do I want to move over here? I suppose it doesn't actually matter. So we go like this. And then like this. Like this. 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 Can I go around again? And then that would sort of have flipped that in our favour. So we'll go around like this. Like that. That's fine. And now we can pull the last lever. There you go. And that opens the door. Oh, God. And we almost failed there. Should have thought more carefully about that. So here we can go like this. Like this. Like this. I did that in a totally different pattern to before. I can't believe I managed to get the key at the same time as well. Oh, my God. And it's another mimic. Freaking mimics. Look, I'm just going to have to buff the game audio really loudly for you guys for that. Alright, so here we go. The funny thing about this is I wanted to show this to you guys, but I'm not actually interested in the loot we get whatsoever. This here is a hammer called Maul. It's a heavy 2-handed weapon. And I guess it's just different in flavour. So this is another one of those heavy weapons that ignores enemies' armour. 25 points, that's quite a substantial amount. Cooldown of 6 seconds, so we can swim it more frequently. The damage range is not so significant. So if we swap it for Bane, for example, you notice they both have the same sort of artistic style. We go 42 to 113 compared to 68 to 191. So Bane does have much bigger range, and the special ability on Bane is like a massive hit. The special ability on this is a knockback attack, which we don't have ever really demonstrated knockbacks to you guys, so I guess we'll wield it for a little while just to demonstrate the knockbacks, because I'm not really using the scythe anyway at the moment. The flavor text is a powerful hammer that you always thought was merely a myth. It looks almost too massive for a human to use. Well, what about you, Shannon? Do you want to prove that wrong? Do you want to try and wield this hammer? I actually thought it would weigh him down so much he couldn't walk. I kind of want a human fighter, just so that you could eventually get Maul and then start smashing people in the face with it. But yeah, there you go. And so we get this key as well, this iron key, which I really think in my test file, ow, that was probably quite bad. I really think in my test file I didn't use anywhere, but considering this says shortcut, and we got a key just above. Yes, nice. Okay, so shortcut. And then we get a teleport. What's the bet? And this takes us... Oh, back up there. That's brilliant. There you go. Mystery solved. I knew I hadn't missed anything in the sewers, but I also knew I hadn't, like, used that key. That's kind of curious. Anyway, so there you go. That's the House of Braids. It's just for a secret. Now let's go over to... How about we map out this tiny little bit near the entrance to the hamlet where we saw before. I do think all of the enemies are dead. We kind of cleared them pretty efficiently. Maybe we weren't dancing perfectly, but we cleared them pretty well. Here we've got a grave. The grave reads, is a part of the legend of Kilhagen, and remember, we're trying to focus on this. This is incredibly important, this message, okay? On his way to Ascension, Kilhagen roamed the island in search of the hidden shrine, and we've been hearing a lot about it. I guess we're sort of searching for it. A year passed, and then 10. After a very long time, did the old Kilhagen finally understand the nature of his error. The gate was revealed not by the most complex, but by the most balanced spell of them all. So we are absolutely on a quest for an alternate ending of the game. I'll explain this to you guys now. To find the 5th shrine. The reason why we see this extra power gem in the hamlet is because you have a choice now with Grimrock. If you've been paying attention to these things, you can either enter the castle and sort of just be content with what happens there, or you can look a little bit deeper, and you look deeper by looking at Kilhagen. But we're supposed to pay attention, and in particular to this grave. What do we learn here? We learn that there's some spell, okay? And this is not the most complex, but the most balanced spell of them all. So you might think the most balanced spell, and one of the most significant spells so far, I guess, in the game, has been Dispel, right? You know, that uses all the runes, surely that is balanced, but that's also a very complicated rune, and it's also buried in a secret and stuff. So what else is there? And you can speculatively do this. This is totally what I did. What is the most simple and balanced spell? Well, we've never heard of it as a spell, but what about this middle rune that we use for shields and stuff? In the manual, actually, it describes this central rune as balance. And so if we press this and nothing else, you'd actually hear it does cast something. That didn't say fizzle. You know, if I were to do this bottom middle one on its own, that's going to fizzle. That's not a thing. This is actually a spell. Listen. It's doing something. And so this is something that we've learned from Kilhagen here, and this is going to be quite important. So yeah, that's pretty cool. And let's move back around here. He also gave us a blood drop cap. I know we're hungry and we're injured and stuff, but there's no fights or anything coming up, so don't worry yourselves too much, guys. And so yeah, now let's, all we've really got left for the hamlet is this entrance down here to the crystal mines and the House of Needles. So let's start off with the House of Needles and see if we can get ourselves another power gem, apparently. Why? Because there's some other shrine out there? How does this work? The entire floor, almost, has these spikes all over it. Here on the left straight away, you're going to find a switch. There's a whole bunch of switches. We want to pull loads of them so that we can actually get through here into that cool little area there where that orb is. So they will pulse every, I don't know what the timing is, 10 seconds or so, and you just want to make sure you pay attention to the floor and the areas that are safe. If you're cutting bushes and stuff, you'll probably be alright. There is also a secret in here, but our main goal right now is to just pull all of these levers. So we'll pull that one there. We'll come out, and then there's a blood drop cap here. There's lots of like random little bits of loot. You'll have to excuse me if I don't find all of them. But here you'll notice there seems to be something on the floor there. That's actually going to be our first full set of gear. Damn it, that was close. Which we're going to be able to get in just a second. We need to find a slot to put a gold key in. in just a moment. So here we go. That's where you put the gold key in. So we're going to hide here for a second. We're going to get our gold key ready. We're going to come around here. We're going to place it in. We're going to go left quickly. There we go. Now what that gold key's done is it's lowered that gate all the way over here where we just saw an item. And we're going to sneak in and grab this. So this is a cool little secret. It doesn't actually ding as a secret. This, my friends, is the rogue boots. I did something very specific when I collected these on my other file. I deliberately didn't equip them just so that we could see them be equipped here and hopefully see the ding. So here we go. The rogue boots. Finally, a skilled thief can move completely silently when wearing these boots. I would have preferred this game if it was like... You just had, you know, we got the full rogue set ages ago, you know, when we first started finding rogue gear. And then maybe in these later stages of the game, we're finding another set of rogue-ish or thiefy clothes. But whatever. Here we go. We'll equip this. And there you go. Down here, we get the achievement, Like a Shadow. So there you go. Loto Pafo fully decked out in his rogue stuff. Very exciting. Very, very cool. Does he get a set bonus from this? I'm curious. I'm trying to look, see what might actually change with his stats here. It would be kind of difficult. I think maybe the rogue set doesn't give you a bonus. Surely it should announce it when you get some kind of a set bonus, right? But there you go. That's the full rogue set for us, guys. Very cool. However, we're not quite done in here just yet. I'm going to try and wait for these spikes, and then we're going to wing it. Book it right down. Okay, fine. We'll just wait here for a second. Maybe come around this direction. We got, what, 2 more switches to pull, I believe? Come back into here. We want to, ideally, and of course they move through the room like a wave of some kind. There we go. Awesome. Now here's something else very significant, very cool for a big secret in the game. Not like necessarily, you know, a game-ending secret, but it is very cool. This says, "I am the left eye. I saw where the meteor fell." Wow, wait, doesn't this seem somewhat familiar? Ages ago, rack your brains back, guys. All that time ago to when we were in the bog, when we were in Kilbreach Bog. Who remembers? We found a statue that said to us, "I am the right eye. I saw where the meteor fell." Well, now we understand the game a little better. Maybe we can take this to mean something. So what we're actually going to do here is we're going to mark specifically where the face was on our map, and we're going to type... We're going to do this. We're going to type exactly what it says, and I'm going to leave a note for myself that this face was facing east. So it was actually looking off in this direction. And maybe, I don't think, did a long time ago WP actually do this? Yes! Yes, he did! Well done, old WP. Check it out. Do you remember this old one? "I am the right eye. I saw where the meteor fell." I believe it was looking north. So if we draw a line, okay, all the way north along this row here. So we're looking... God, it's easy to lose my eyesight here. Here we go. So we're by this the fountain here. We're basically at the entrance to the castle. So I'm just gonna mark the entrance of the castle here. And then we got the Hamlet all the way further on the left, right? Oh no, it's even further north than that. Jesus, we're a long way further north. Okay, so let's remove that and keep going all the way along this same line, all the way along this same line, all the way along this same line. Is the Hamlet to the left of here now? I guess. So we'll put this marker down here, for example. And then we'll look off on the left. We're pretty close now, so we're going to move along this line now. I really hope my cursor is being picked up by you guys, because Jesus. And here, it would seem, is where the mark ends up. Now, I don't know if I got that right. I haven't totally tested this out here. But apparently, a meteor fell somewhere, and 2 of these faces are telling us something about a location in Sleet Island. And we'll check that out in a later episode. There you go. So that's pretty cool. And to continue moving, we still need some of these levers, the original things that we were in here for. All the revelations today. Oh god, this thing. Oh god, oh god, oh god, oh god. Left, 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 left. Thank you. Okay, and there was a lever right here, so we'll pull this. What is that? That's 3 now, right? We've got another potion here. Potion of resurrection, thank goodness. I need to hoard these things as best we can. Okay, we're going to get hit here. This is bad. Oh, no, no, no. Okay, this is a safe spot. Here we find another spirit mirror pendant, guys. So these are the necklaces that give us extra experience. Pretty sure I want this on Loto. Well, actually, Loto's like the one character. Well, Sanon doesn't have too much stuff he wants to get into. All I really want with Loto at this point in the game is I want him to get 1 more in dodge. And then I'm pretty much content, right? Like... I don't know. The idea of maybe getting someone all the way into heavy armor to wield the crystal stuff is cool, but I think they just will do it without having the mastery. Jonker, obviously, it's not really worth it. I should just be smart and equip it on. But yeah, so maybe it should just be a question of who gets most. He gets plus 50 health from that. He gets 2 willpower from his. I don't know. Maybe we'll do it with Sanon, because then he could spec into other magic, and I can, in theory, just show off more stuff to you guys in the series. That's probably a good idea, right? It's always best to be able to show off as much magic as possible. So, wait, where did it just go? There it is. Alright, so we'll equip that onto there. Sanin will have a little bit less energy, maybe do a little bit less damage, but that should be fine. Okay, so, and one more switch. Getting all the pickups this episode. Completing the Hamlet here. We've got, what, over here? We're going to get hit. We're going to get hit. We're going to get hit. Now, one thing you don't want to do is panic when the spikes are coming, because if you move, there we go, I guess we already got all of them. If you move, you could accidentally get, like, double hit, and then that could start killing people. Alright, so there you go. You're going to pull all the switches, map that area out, the hedge maze. I just want to quickly do exactly that. There we go, we okay? I feel like there was a secret button. Oh yeah, there is a secret button against these walls, but it's like on the other side. It's what we got earlier, where when we first revisited the Hamlet and the giant came to attack us. But there you go, the gates will all fall down each time you pull a switch. I guess there was 3. And we get a power gem, another power gem, what the heck? There you go, guys. Power gems for the secret shrine. The shrine that did Kilhagen ever find it? Well, it's been pretty ambiguous so far. Oh my goodness, it's one of those guys. What the hell? This guy didn't spawn before. Alright, that's fine. Lotopatho's got his dagger. I sort of regret we don't have concentration on someone else to use the special staff that has Dispel as the special ability or whatever. Wow, an air elemental? That's crazy. Okay, fine, whatever. Well, here we go. So, we get a greater healing potion. Jonku can enjoy that. He can stop actually being damaged here. Greater energy potion. And just, in general, a little cool room, in my opinion, where we get this where we get this extra power gem. So that's that. And we're pretty much done with the Hamlet of Stormbreach, guys. There you go. That's everywhere mapped out. Except this area over here. And this was one of the first places we looked at. This was the entrance to the Crystal Mines. What on earth could this be talking about? Now, yes, I do very much want to go back to the castle and show you guys what happens when we place this last thing in there. We'll do that very shortly. The castle is mind-blowing. We're going to see a whole load of new assets and stuff. It's going to be really, really fun. But before that, what was going on here? Why is there all this extra stuff? Shouldn't it just make sense that we're done with the game now? We're going to the castle? Well, let's see what we do. The way of the snail. The answer to this puzzle is to just move slowly. So we're going to stand here, and we're just going to wait a couple of seconds. Now, I'm probably going to overdo this. You don't have to move as slowly as I'm going to here, but I just want to be sure. So then we'll move again. And we'll say, you know, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then we'll move again. It'd be kind of weird if you had to use, like, the snail figurine or something, like, on way down all the pressure pads or somehow. And then this last one poisoned us before, and the gate closed. This time, because we took our time, it closes, and there you go. It's open once again. Oh, look at this really cool little place. Oh, with a little mushroom on the floor. I love the long grass areas so much. It's so ridiculously cool. Okay, and there you go. This is sort of the hidden little area at the back of the Hamlet of Stormbreach. And why is this here? What the heck is down here? Oh my god, we get the achievement Minesweeper there. Yes, I haven't actually done the test file into this area just yet. This is the Crystal Mine, guys. Look at this place. The Crystal Mine is in the Resurrection Crystals, is in what we just saw the Island Master toying with out there. Well, what on earth could be here? Maybe, just maybe, a couple more power gems. Anyway, thanks very much for watching, guys. We're going to be heading to the Abyss, going to the castle, all kinds of stuff. If you want to see us go to the castle at the start of the next episode, let me know in the comments. If you want to see us just continue down here, also let me know. I'm not sure which one I'm going to do first. And yeah, thanks very much. I hope you guys had a great time, and I guess I'll see you tomorrow. Oh, look, there's a little bug on the floor.